everyone, my name is Lauren and welcome back to my channel. This is Light in Lavender, where we talk about all things books and my own writing journey. And today I am going through a TBR. I've not done one for ages and I thought, let's do another one. So I've not done a TBR for, I don't know, maybe like 9 months or so, but I thought in April I've got so many books I need to read, so many books that I haven't read, that I need to kind of like put myself on a track, try and focus a little bit more. So I've got 5 books that I want to read. These 5 I need to read, and then if I read any others, that's a happy little bonus. So the first book I've got this month is Killjoy by Holly Jackson. This was a World Book Day book from 2021. It cost me £1. I picked it up. It's part of a Good Girls Guide to Murder series. I have not read any of those, but I thought I'll read this one, and then the rest of the series is actually available in my local library, so if I like it, I can pick those up. I'm kind of hoping it doesn't spoil anything, but I think it's just going to be kind of like a quick murder mystery thriller-esque thing. I do enjoy those, so I thought it'd be a good one to read. Plus it's so small, I thought it'd be a good one to have in April as well, just to like maybe kick the month off, get me in the right place, read a book. The next book that I want to read in April is The Hormone Diaries by Hannah Witten, and then the subtitle is The Bloody Truth About Our Periods. This is a book that Hannah wrote, I think in like 2015. I cannot remember. Oh, 2019. I thought it was a lot older than that. I wanted to read this when it first came out, but I never got around to it. Saw it in the library, picked it up. I need to read it. I think I've got like, I can maybe renew this a couple more times, but I've just had it hidden under a diary for like 3 weeks. So I forgot about it and I need to read it. I think it's going to be quite interesting. I think it's going to be quite informative. I do really enjoy Hannah's YouTube channel. I love the way that she presents her ideas and the information that she's putting across. So I think this will be quite an informative book as well. It is aimed at people 15 up, so it probably will read on the lower end, but I think that will make the information be more easily digestible. I think that learning more about the way our hormones work, the way our bodies work, is always an interesting and useful thing to do, especially for women. There's not a lot of research into it, there's not a lot of work done into it, so anytime I kind of like can get into something like this, I'm going to pick it up just to see what information it is. It might already reiterate some of the stuff I already know, but like I said, I enjoy Hannah's stuff, so I just wanted to give this one a go. The next book I want to read in April, you probably can't see the title, is The Introvert Entrepreneur by Beth Bullough. I did borrow this from the library last year and I never read it and I had to take it back. So I've taken it out again. I want to read it in April just so that I know I've definitely read it and it's done and read. I think I got about 1/3 of the way into it, but it's how to like push forward a business and promote your ideas when you're more on the introvert side. So I'd say I'm more anxious than introverted. I do have good confidence, but I hate being the centre of attention. Weird to say that I have been doing YouTube on and off for the past 12 years, probably longer. So I'm trying to do this to see like what I can do, the ways to like push yourself out of your comfort zone. I thought it'd be really interesting, especially from the writing point of view. So although I'm not a full entrepreneur, I think that sometimes trying to start an author business is kind of like one of those, not quite entrepreneurial, but also like I am trying to start a business in that sense, even though it doesn't make a lot of money. But the idea is that this will actually help me and elevate me to make more money and potentially be more successful than I currently am. Although my book has sold like 30 copies, so I'm still impressed at that. I've done no marketing and 30 copies have been sold, so if I can get some ideas from this, maybe I can like push that so it can be one of those books that actually gets over 100 sales. The next book I want to read is Defend the Dawn by Bridget Kemmerer. This is the Fairy Loot edition. It matches my Defend the Night book. I absolutely love Defend the Night. I had it as an ARC. I read it, I got it in Fairy Loot. It was a complete surprise and a shock, and I was like, oh my god, I love this book so much. So I'm thinking of reading this along with Defend the Night potentially, although I don't think I need to because the story is just ingrained in me because I loved it so much. Defend the Night was a Robin Hood retelling based on an illness that was sweeping through a kingdom, and the only way to treat the illness was from this flower called the Moonflower. This was held by the upper classes. The lower classes weren't allowed full access to it. The main character was stealing these flowers to make the medicine to save people. There were some things happening at the end, and this is the sequel, so I'm excited to read it. I've only had this since about, I want to say February. I got this. It did come out late, so I know that it was originally released in like November, but the Fairy Loot edition was like pushed back. So I'm sure it was like the end of February, beginning of March that I actually got this. So I've not had the chance to read it yet, but I was excited to read it. This might be one of like my first reads in April, to be honest. now that I've pulled it out from the pile underneath the diary. And the final book that I want to get to in April is The Prison Healer by Lynette None. I've had this from Fairy Loot for absolutely ages. At this point, I've been wanting to read this since I got it, and I've just never read it. So this is me telling myself that I'm going to read it in April. I did want to read it in March, but I've not got around to it. What is life? I know that it seems right up my alley, like the sort of book that it is. So I just need to get round to it and to just read it. And you know what I mean? It's just one of them where I don't know what's stopping me from reading it. I just need to read it. I'm hoping I really enjoy it because it seems like a book that I would really, really enjoy. So I don't know if I'm putting it off because I don't know if I'm actually going to enjoy it and it's going to like cause me to be like, oh no, I hate this book and I thought I was going to love it. So yeah, this is my final book. So this is my little stack of books that I want to read in April. I've only got 5, which is useful. Although I don't know if I've ever actually mentioned this in a video yet because I've been doing so badly with videos. But every book I read, I am putting money aside to buy a new Kindle because I've got my Kindle in 2011 and that is the only Kindle I've ever owned. And it's getting a little bit old and a little bit stuck. So every hardback is £3 and every paperback is £2. Every ebook is £1 and every audiobook is £1. So I've got a lot of books to read. So hopefully that little stack will push me quite a nice bit closer towards my goal. Still going to take a while because I have given myself a really high goal because I want to get like all the accessories to go with it. And I think I need to read something like 100 books this year if I want to get it before the end of the year, and I've only been reading 50 books a year, so it might take me a couple of years, but I'm hoping that I can like push myself forward, read more books, clear off some of my shelves, and also make an evaluation on the stuff that I'm doing. If you've read any of the books that I've suggested in this TBR, let me know what you thought of them and which ones you think I should start with first. I think I already have an idea of what order I'm going to go in, but I'm always open to suggestions if you think there's one that I should read over the others. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a like, and if you want to see more of my videos, don't forget to hit subscribe. There's a new one out every single week. I hope you're well and you all stay safe, and until next time,